Hello ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Radolescence and welcome back to another video. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And in this video, I'm very excited to be talking about a fragrance that I recently discovered. This one is by a company called Frank Los Angeles. I've known about this company for a while now, but this fragrance is called Frank No. 3. And I own Frank No. 2. I absolutely love it. I think that it's a great lavender and plum combination. There are times when the lavender feels like it's a bit too much, but it's a very sophisticated and gentlemanly scent. This fragrance in particular is a tobacco-based scent. Now listen, before I get into the fragrance and I start talking about what I think and how it smells, I just want to tell you guys, if you are interested, you may find this scent at luckyscent.com. I use Lucky Scent all the time. You find a lot of niche and independent fragrances on there, really exclusive, a lot of hard to find brands too. So I trust them. I've been using them for a few years now. This fragrance in particular, it is a 2016 release. It actually used to go by a different name. So there is a sister company to this brand called Costamore, and they had a scent called Tobacco. That scent has since been discontinued, but now it's just being released under the Frank line. So it is a tobacco-based scent. I think it's tobacco, a lot of amber, apple note in here. There's like a caramel quality to it as well. Some aldehydes that I pick up in it. It's a wonderful, wonderful scent. I believe the perfumer for this one is Bertrand Duchaufour, or at least that's what Fragrantica says. And Bertrand Duchaufour, one of my favorite perfumers of all time, if not my favorite perfumer of all time. He has done Jubilation 25 by Amouage, Penhaligon Sartorial, Oud for Love by the different company, The Vagabond Prince, Enchanted Forest, Edes de Venustus by L'Artisan Parfumeur, Sevilla Lobe, Havana Vanille. I mean, the list goes on and on. This man is a genius. So guys, let me tell you what I think about this scent. Let's start things off by taking a look at the presentation. So here's the presentation for Frank No. 3 by Frank Los Angeles. Pretty cool looking bottle, nothing at the bottom, nothing on the perimeter, just has the name of the fragrance here in the front. The cap, pretty snug fit. However, it does not click into place. Distribution is a little bit narrow on this one, but nonetheless, it gets the job done. Let's go ahead and continue with the smell. So here's what you're gonna get as soon as you spray this fragrance on. You get a really nicely done and nicely blended tobacco note. It doesn't smell bitter, leafy, and earthy. It doesn't smell moist and cigar-like. It's kind of like a middle ground. And I think the reason why is because it's obscured by these other gourmand ingredients. I personally pick up on a few aldehydes. I know they're not listed as notes. Reason why I say that is because it kind of reminds me of Escada Magnetism, the discontinued scent that is ever so elusive. People love that fragrance. This one reminds me of, dare I say, a sexier version of Escada Magnetism. It has this note of apple that just adds this sort of autumnal warmth to the composition. When I smell this one, I think of the caramel apples. Really well done. A little bit of vanilla and amber in the base as well. And it just has this creamy quality. It does become a little tobacco vanille-esque in the dry down. They don't smell similar. They don't smell identical. There's just an influence there. I think this fragrance is for somebody who is sophisticated, but he also likes to unwind, let loose, and have fun from time to time. Somebody who knows how to buckle down, be serious when the time comes, but somebody who also likes to express his or her humorous side. I think this is such a fantastic fragrance. Definitely a really rewarding offering from the house of Frank Los Angeles. No. 2 is great. No. 1, I haven't smelled yet. I do want to remind people, this is a 2016 release. What used to be Frank No. 3 has since been discontinued. So this is a different fragrance. So if you've tried this in the past few years, and you don't remember liking it, this is a completely different fragrance. This is one that you do have to revisit. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite tobacco fragrances of all time. It even made a list of mine. So let's go ahead and wrap things up with the rating. First up, I took a look at the uniqueness and the overall smell, and this is a unique scent. Probably the only comparison that I can really make is Escada Magnetism with that fizzy, aldehydic, grape soda sort of vibe, but this one is much sweeter, much creamier. It has this apple note. It has a tobacco nuance that just adds a layer of sophistication to it. Phenomenal scent. Longevity, you're going to get about 8 hours, which is pretty good. Projection, I do have to admit, it is a little bit more on the subtle side. When you first apply, it is going to be loud for about I don't know, I want to say about a half an hour. It is going to be pretty loud for about 4 hours, but it will not project beyond an arm's length. So if you're looking for a beast mode projector, something that's going to be loud, it's going to make this sort of cloud around you, the scent cloud, this isn't it. This is a little bit more on the sensual side. It's more of like an intimate close encounter scent, and it's the perfect compositional nature for that. A lot of sweet and gourmand facets and nuances to it. Versatility on this one I think is pretty good. I would wear this in the fall and winter. I think it's going to choke you out if you wear it in the summer. I think this one could be worn dressed up because of how different and how unique it is. I probably wouldn't wear this one casually because of the price point. If you can afford this one, I think this is an awesome scent to wear on a regular basis. And also it has a lot of notes in here that are, they have a wide appeal to them. So I don't think you're going to offend anyone by wearing this. It has a youthful quality to it too. The tobacco makes it a little bit more mature as well. Anybody of any age can wear this. I think it is perfectly unisex. Last up, we have presentation. There's not much to it, but I love the classic minimalist look to it. If I had to give this fragrance an overall score, I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Reason why I don't give it 5, I would actually give it like a 4.5 stars. Reason why I don't give it a 5 stars is because as great as it smells, I want something weird about it. And I think knowing Bertrand de Chaufour, if he is indeed the perfumer behind the scent, I know he usually has one quality about his fragrances, whether we're talking about Fusion Sacré or Jubilation 25, just something unusual, peculiar, odd, eccentric, and far-fetched about it, where every time you smell it, you're like, oh, that's awesome. This one, on the other hand, very smooth, very well done, gourmand, sweet, different, but there's nothing strange about it. So maybe I was craving something a little bit extra. Nonetheless, love this scent, quickly become one of my favorite tobacco fragrances of all time. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. That was my review of Frank No. 3 by Frank Los Angeles. If you own or have tried any fragrance from this house, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe for future videos, top 10s, giveaways, unboxings, and a lot of other fragrance-related content. So remember, I smell well so you can smell good, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.